It has been a wild 2 weeks, but area swimmers are finally ready to dive in for the UIL Class 6A State Swimming and Diving Championships here at Bill Walker Pool in San Antonio, and there's already an impact on how the meet is run, with relays now socially distanced with 4 teams per heat in every other lane. In the third heat of competition in the 200-yard medley relay, Reagan puts on a show. Seeded 7th coming in, the team of Nikolai Nelson, Kevin Kai, Len Ray, and Luke Pryor combined to finish 6th overall in 1 minute 33.99 seconds. Pryor brought it home in a ridiculous 20.01, one of the fastest splits in the field, and that was a sign of things to come for him. A few events later, in the 50-yard freestyle, Pryor actually slips and falls as he's heading to the blocks in lane 1, but he shrugs it off quickly and is right in the thick of things for the entire race. Pryor was the 9th seed when the meet began in the morning session, and as he touches the wall, mixed in the wash with the rest of the field, he ties for 2nd in the heat in 20.56 seconds, setting off a wild celebration. But hang on a minute. What he doesn't know right there is that the top finisher ended up being disqualified, and in a whirlwind circumstance, Pryor ends up as a co-state champion, Reagan's first since Zach Yaden in 2017.
As soon as I slipped, I just blocked it out. Just totally acted like it didn't happen. Tried to just focus on my race, focus on the details of what I needed to do and execute. I came in this meet seated 9th, so to come out as co-champion, that's just unreal. It feels like a dream.
That's such an awesome story. Clemens senior Tate Sloan, who was the regional champion in the event coming in, took 12th overall in both the 50 and 100-yard freestyle. After a break for the awards ceremony, the next individual event was the 100-yard butterfly. Clark senior Jackson Stallworth, the Arizona State commit, had a chance to end his high school career on the podium, and he does, scratching to the wall in a time of 48.97 seconds. A little off of his prelims time, but that's good enough to take 3rd place by 1/100th of a second.
Kind of special first meet here and my last state here, and I practice here every day. Nothing beats the adrenaline of a state final, so that really carried me through the first 50. It was a little harder coming home, but overall, I mean, I've been dreaming of getting a state medal since I was a freshman, so it's a dream come true.
Stallworth quickly turned around and factored into the Cougars' 200-yard freestyle relay, teaming up with teammates Evan Crowley, Lane Stallworth, and Keith Elms. Clark finished 4th overall with a time of 1 minute 23.74 seconds. The Cougars would also finish the night 8th overall in the 400-yard freestyle relay as well. Crowley, by the way, was back in the water right after that 200-yard freestyle relay for the 100-yard backstroke. The freshman dominated the B final, throwing down a 49.48, one of the fastest times of the evening session to take 9th overall. Johnson's Ian Stewart took 2nd in that heat, 10th overall in 50.17 seconds. In the very next event, the 100-yard breaststroke, another pair of area swimmers found themselves in a tightly contested A final. Reagan's Kevin Kai, the regional champion in this event, hung with the pack to finish 5th in 57.01 seconds. Clark's Braden Mandacina took 7th in 57.47. Let's backtrack a little bit. In the very first individual event heat of the night, Churchill's Luke Peterson put on a strong showing in the consolation final. The Charger sophomore built up a half-second lead in the first 100 and hung on the back half to win the heat and take 9th in 1 minute 41.08 seconds. He also took 13th in the 500-yard freestyle. And last but certainly not least, the 1-meter diving competition was held earlier in the afternoon at Josh Davis Natatorium. Churchill junior Hayden Elliott put on a show in his home pool, scoring 497.9 points. That's good enough to finish 4th overall.
Usually it's a little bit more pressure in Austin when you have all the people looking at you and stuff, but you know, I practice here every day, so it makes it a little bit more comfortable too. It's all about consistency and just putting up your best dives, and you work the whole year just to be able to do the dives like you do in practice, and so being able to execute them how you've been practicing all year, it feels pretty good.
Reagan's Marcel Mateo Saez took 6th. For full results from all of our San Antonio area athletes, head on over to KSAT.com. Swimmers and divers will be right back in the pool on Saturday night for the Class 5A state championships.